So these are the so that one I don't know what it is. This one, the cows don't eat Hahnenfuß. This one contains a lot of silica, the English word, Zinnkraut. But these others, I have to find out when I get home. These two look similar. Might be the same, but I'm not sure. The yellow ones. So I take these with, and I'll, have a look what it is at home. I'm sweating so much. It's unbelievable. Ooh. You know. Whoa. Yeah. I just got here and I took some photos of plants that I found along the way, and I'm gonna find out at home what they are and what they might be useful for. So it's not necessary to do so, it's just that I'm interested, because it's not, well, you say, why not necessary? You know, there is the dandelion. It can be taken for cleaning the blood, for making a remedy that would be a good face cream. It is anti-inflammatory, it is this and that, just everything. And then there is the Spitzwegerich, which is a green-leafed plant that has a companion, which is not the Spitz, the spiky Wegerich along the way plant, but which is the broad along the way plant, if you translate it into my humble English. So this one is good against all wounds and stitches and stuff. So you got one that heals wounds, and that's the Spitzwegerich, and you got one that cleans blood and gives you vital energy if you're ill. That's the dandelion. Okie dokie. Half of the alpine hiking path uphill we've done. So this also, I don't know what it is. No idea. Is this? No. There is some stingy nettle, but this one, whew. Yeah. This one too. No idea. This is this one too. Huh? That one I took with me, the lila one. And these ones, that's peppermint. Yeah. It tastes so good. The smell of it, I love it. Last year, from someone I met, we started sharing a garden. So we went having a look at it, and there were these in there. And all ready to be collected. So I collected like in gram I wouldn't be able to say, but the volume visually was like what shall I say, like human heads if you put it all together, the leaves, and don't squash it, just loosely. 3 or 4 human heads. Why do I say human heads? Well, I put them into my pillow. I bought pillowcases and put in straw, and then these on both ends. I had them, so whenever I was turning sleeping on the other side at night, I would smell the scent of peppermint, which is a nice scent I love a lot. Not so much drinking the tea because of there is something like in beetroot or in raspberries that you don't want to have too much, like every day is no good. Something with O doesn't come to my mind, but I kind of cancelled peppermint tea for that, and now it's fennel, anise and cumin. Yeah, you can look it up yourself. Something peppermint tea contains a lot, and we should not intake too much. Oh, this is gonna get hard, like walking up here 3 times a week or so, like, and then in between do other things at home, like walking over to the other mountain pathway or following one height above sea all across to the other village and then go downhill, things like that, or walk down here, go up some other mountain and then go down that mountain and go up here again. That'll be real hard, but I already feel more stronger because I had to go to put a ladder into the ladder box lately, and I was running towards the village and then also up the stairs, and I felt like, oh, these few steps of the staircase, you know, like I laugh. It's so easy to do now that I'm used to this kind of climbing right here. Okay, oxal it is. Oxal acid. O-X-A-L acid. That one is contained in peppermint and beetroot and strawberries a lot, and you should not have it every day. It kind of, I'm not really sure what it does. Something that's not good, like prevent blood from being created, you know, something like serious. Not just like sugar, you know, making the body sour, which is real bad too. So yeah, and that's another thing. All the wild herbs, they got some different kind of energy within, because they are wild, which is my surname, by the way. So that's why I love the wild cat so much, maybe. But yeah, I found out lately that dandelion and all of these, they grow wild. They aren't cultivated. And by that, kind of pampered. They have their original spot. They grow at best. Whereas in a garden, even if it's a monastery garden, you know, they say, we got everything. Oh well, that's bad, because you cannot have so many different kinds of earth beside each other, so that it would make sense for all these different herbs to grow at one very spot, like in one garden in a monastery. So when you find the wild herbs, they really have some kind of original power within them. So here we are. This is some Breitwegerich, the one I've been talking about. The existing, the pointed one and this flat one. The flat one always indicates dried up floors where you won't want to grow carrots. So this one is the Breitwegerich. Yeah, and the other one I'm gonna show you soon, like in any. Here it is. That one is the Spitzwegerich. That one is the same plant, but it grows up. So they aren't far away from each other, but they indicate different kinds of soil. Here the soil is much, you can see, more humid. It's just a rule of thumb that, like at paths like this, or in your stone-filled entry of your house, you got the flat one on the dry soil, and then in the garden, it means in the midst of the grass and all of that, where you have a lot of humidity, you find the pointed one that's growing high up, and the high up growing one, the Spitzwegerich. That one is good for healing remedies. And I guess it's the leaf itself. Could also be the root. There I'm not really sure. I think it was the leaves. Yeah, the leaves we collected. And we made some green cream that could go. The cream was green, so that could go on wounds. Well, nearly every green plant you can take and put onto a wound, but if they are so common, these Spitzwegerich pointed along the way plant, my humble English translation, then why not take that one? Or just air and sunlight, like that one is the best if you've got a super surface wound. If it's a deep wound, then you need something else, which also has this very funny name, Wegwarte, that one is called. So it's like a watcher of the path. Weg, path, Warte, watcher. So a plant as big as this, from the floor maybe 18 centimeters, and blue flowers, and thereof they take the roots, and that, or the plant, the whole plant, like Paracelsus was saying, you know, look at the whole plant and then you know what it is for. So exactly this watcher of the path that you find along stoned pathways where there isn't too much humidity and soil as well, like alongside railway tracks, you find it a lot. That one has so strong roots. It also helps build bone. So in the wars they put it onto open wounds where bones were showing through, and that one would heal it. So there is still a chemist at Zurich